and welcome to the block. I had to take another week's hiatus. We'll get to that in a second. But welcome to the block. I am your host, Kyle Johnston. This is for the late night addicts, the early morning coffee drinkers. It's where I bring you my opinionated facts, talk sports, talk handicapping, dig into a little pop culture, talk a little bit of music. You can find my work on Twitter, KJ_the block. You can find my work on my blog site, KyleJohnstontheblock.wordpress.com. Got a little bit of Slipknot ripping right now. I lost a very close family member. I lost my best friend. I lost my brother. He passed away last Monday, actually, after I tried to make a return for the block. So, it's been a tough week. It's kind of therapy, getting back into work. Start making this a little bit more consistent like I did over the summer. Kind of got this school thing all figured out. But yeah, my bro, a little Slipknot for you. Thinking about you all the time. I do this show with heavy heart. I miss you, buddy. But as I was drowning in my sorrow, Paris was not only drowning in their sorrow, but they were actually drowning in bloodshed. So before I get into Paris, I will tell you I do have some sports picks for you. I got like 6 picks. Got a little bit of UFC talk. Got some NFL talk for you coming up. But I'm going to start with Paris. Like I said, awful times over there in Paris. Sending my heart out to them. As much as that's left of it, I'm just starting to put that back together. But I send my heart over to Paris. I've had enough of this, basically. I sat there and I looked at what I was seeing on TV. I said, that's it. This is what breaks the camel's back. This is the straw that breaks the camel's back. This is it. It's going to be very interesting times over in the Middle East, in Syria and Iraq, Iran, in the next coming months. Especially with Russia's movement over there. Putin ain't messing around. Especially if that air jet gets confirmed that the ISIS took that down over the Sinai Peninsula. If that gets confirmed, hell's gonna break loose. Because I tell you what, I don't like what Putin's doing over in Ukraine. Don't like it at all. I like my Ukrainian people. Good food, beautiful girls, nice country. Country plays some good football. I like my Ukrainian people. I don't like that at all. I don't like how he's trying to implement his powers, his strength. But one thing I can say about Putin, and I'm not a big fan of Putin at all. Actually, I don't like him at all. But one thing I do like about him is giving the big fucking F you, the big fuck you to the United States of America. Oh, yes, he is. He's fucking raising that middle finger loud and proud. He's sitting back right now. Already looking, what's my next plan? What's my next move? Because right now, Putin's bombing everybody over in Syria, not on Team Putin. If you're not on Team Putin, you're going down. Kurds, that's on the American side? They're getting bombed by Russia. ISIS getting bombed by Russia. Russia's ready to drop bombs on anybody, basically, not on Team Russia. I like to think, me and Putin, we get along. I'd sit down with Putin for a beer or two. And I would tell him that exact same thing. I'd be like, I don't like what you're doing in Ukraine, Putin. I don't like you trying to flex your muscles, that way. Trying to go back to the 1980s, you know what I'm saying? Going back when the wall was up. Nah. They can make their own choice. They don't want to work with you, they don't want to work with you. Suck it up. But I would tell you, I like you giving the middle finger to the USA. I like that. Same Same with Germany. Trump's always like, where's Germany? Where's Germany? Well, I can tell you right where Germany is. right under the heel of Russia, because Russia owns them, because they have Russia sends all their natural gas and oil to Germany. Germany is Russia's #1 purchaser of natural gas and oil. You see Gazprom all over Germany. But, you know, watching these events unfold, I'm a metal fan. My brother was a metal fan. My heart goes out. So I'm going to assume probably a young demographic of metalheads watching the Eagles of Death Metal, trapped inside a concert. It's just awful. It's awful. It was all awful. So basically, I come to the conclusion: it's not about race anymore. It's not about religion anymore. It's not about ethnics anymore. It's not about ethics anymore. It's not about anything anymore. What we have is just some fucking awful, evil, fucking cocksucking piece of shit people. Fucking evil, fucking brutal son of a bitches. And deserve everything they're gonna get towards them. Like, I don't even want to breathe the same air as these people. I don't even care if these people came from fucking Mars or some crazy fucking planet and were plopped here. I don't care anything else. They're just fucking bad motherfuckers. And they should have been dealt with a long time ago. Should have been dealt with a long time ago. Too many innocent people have suffered by the hands of these people. These evil fucking people. So it's going to be interesting, because if Russia starts moving in, starts having success against ISIS, America's got to do something, because America can't let Russia be the fucking big boys. They can't let that fucking happen, so America's going to have to fucking react, because America wants ISIS in the Middle East so they can fucking go into the Middle East all the time. They always need a fucking excuse to go over there, because we know what fucking America wants, too. They like their oil, they like their money, they like their control. They like their oil in Saudi Arabia, you know. They got a lot of political dealings going over there in the Middle East. That's why they always need an excuse to go in there. Russia doesn't need an excuse. Russia don't care. Russia will just walk in there and blow it up. It's basically what we're gonna see. So keep an eye on the Middle East in the next couple months. It's gonna be very interesting. Watch the Twitters. Watch the Twitter feeds. I'll be retweeting some. I got a bunch of. Been following bunch of civilian journalists and stuff like that down in Syria and stuff. So I'll be retweeting some stuff. Like I said, my heart goes out to all those affected by it. I'm sure unfortunately the death count's gonna rise. There's a lot of. There's 99 people critically injured. Like, it's just awful, awful, awful. But I will be playing some music throughout the show. A little dedication to my brother. He loved his music. He's a big Slipknot fan. He was a big Disturbed fan. This will help me lead up to a little bit of UFC talk after I let that out. I've had enough. I've had enough of this ISIS stuff. I've had enough of these bad people, man. These fucking awful motherfuckers. That's what they are. And I have lots of Muslim friends. Palestinian friends. Friends from Iran. Friends from India. Friends from Asia. I love them all. I love culture. I love the people. Power to the people. Not to these evil, cocksucking motherfuckers. They'll take back the cocksucking part too. I shouldn't be throwing that in. That's not very nice to say. These evil motherfuckers. Evil motherfuckers. That's enough of that. Enough of that. Pissed me off. And I've been to Paris. Paris is a beautiful city. Big city. Has a lot of dog shit. Has a lot of dog shit in Paris. Stepped in my fair share. Wasn't too happy about that. But I didn't mind walking around Paris with a bottle of wine. Going to Notre Dame. Church of Notre Dame. Actually, when I was in Paris, I walked into the Church of Notre Dame. I didn't want to pay to go on the tour of Notre Dame. Because it's expensive to go on the tour of Notre Dame. And, it's a big church. But, most of the stuff that you can see is pretty damn cool. But, curious me. I started wandering around. Started looking around some corners. Looked over to my right when I went through some corridor or whatever. And I saw this other room. I had, two wooden doors in there or whatever. Then it was slightly open. So I just kind of wandered in there, and I actually wandered right into a mass, actually. I wandered right into it, and I started looking around. I didn't realize that first. All of a sudden, I had, 40 faces looking at me, and the priest was looking at me, and the security guards came running over to me, and I was just I was trying to take some photos, trying to snap some photos before I got out of there, just because I was in there. Good times in Paris. Can't complain. Charles de Gaulle, good airport. But, got back to Oakville Saturday night after I spent the week with my family. Some dark days. But like I said, we're putting the pieces back together. No rest for the wicked. We trucked through. My brother and my family, they want me to keep pushing forward. And that's exactly what I do. Push forward, I push through. Never forget, but I pushed through. But I was lucky enough to remember, I was in a daze a little bit, Fucking my mind really wasn't there. My bets have been, they've been 50-50. But I remembered about the UFC on Saturday night, so I got home Saturday night. Threw on the UFC. Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm headlining. I'm a big Holly Holm fan. I'm a big boxing fan. Toro Gotti's my favorite boxer. But Tommy Hearn, Marvin Hagler, Roberto Duran, that's kind of the era that really got me into boxing, that kind of. I know the heavyweights back in the day. I watched my fair share, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Rocky Marciano. I watched my fair share. But it was that welterweight division, that really got me into it. There's a big Arturo Gatti fan. Once again, send my heart out to him and his family. The Gotti family, mainly. Because I don't trust the girl. I don't trust the girl's story at all about Brazil. But Ronda Rousey headlining. Holly Holmes, I got Holly Holmes. Threw $20 down on Holly Holmes at 6-1. Plus 600. Cashed it with a nice head kick, with a swift head kick to the face. You got knocked the fuck out. If anyone's seen Friday. Yeah, swift kick to the head. Basically ragdolled her. Kind of spinned her around and gave her a kick as she was spinning around. It was a beautiful sight to watch, actually, to be honest with you. And I have no ill will towards Ronda Rousey at all. I didn't mind watching her at all. Just the way that Holly Holm dominated it. It was a beautiful sight to watch. Fucking right jab, left. Just left. And once she got tired of feeding her with her left, she started kicking her. And higher it went. First she started doing those little stomp kicks, on her trying to hyperextend her knee. Then she got a couple up in her gut. She started throwing her kick a little bit more confidently as she was landing that left. Then bam! A few hammer fists on the ground. Herb Dean called it a match. What's next for Ronda Rousey? She'll be fine. She's got to win, though. She's got to win. If she wants to be this movie star, she's got to win. This is what she's known for. She hasn't been doing it long enough. You know, like, she was like 20-something and 0, or 22 and 2, and she's been doing it for a while. Yeah, I think she'd get her movie career. She's done it for a while. But she's only been in this business, you know, for a few years. Hasn't been too long. She's what? 11 and 1? 10 and 1 now? So she's got to win. She's got to win, or at least put on a good performance. She looks sloppy. She looked a little out of weight. No offense to any ladies. But she looked a little out of shape. She looked a little overweight. She was sloppy. I don't really know what her game plan was. I don't know what her game plan was. And Holly Holm said she's going to hit her harder than anyone else has hit her. And then we're going to see what really happens. And this is exactly what happened when she tagged her with that first left. Bam! Southpaw style, too, Holly Holmes was sitting in. Southpaw style. Rousey was taken to hospital after. Split her lip right open, too. Lip was right split open. Just got blushing in her mouth. She took a beating. She got knocked out, got her lip split open. She got taken to the hospital. But she's broken her silence. She vows to be back. She's going to get a rematch. Right now, Ronda Rousey's talking like UFC 200. I can see that happening. Big event for the UFC. I remember UFC 100 back in the day. UFC 100 was quite the card. So I can see her definitely competing on UFC 200. We'll see how itchy she gets. She's going to want to get back in that ring. She did have three fights in 9 months, which is that's a tough schedule for a fighter. That's a tough schedule for a fighter, especially when you want to be a superstar, right? On inside and outside the octagon. But it was a good fight. I was definitely glad I watched it. I was even happier that we cashed Holly Holm at plus 600. We'll take that any day. Move on to a little bit of bets here. Got a little bit of handicapping here for you. I got six bets. 6 plays on the card for you today. I didn't mind the board. Wasn't too happy with the NBA board. But I don't mind the board tonight. We got a little bit of action in all events going down. Obviously, we're starting a Monday Nighter. Monday Nighter has the Houston Texans on the road in Cincinnati to face the Bengals. The 8-0 Bengals are 10.5 point favorites. The over-under is 46.5. Bengals are minus 550 on the money line. I like the over in this game. It's a Monday Nighter, so sometimes it makes me sweat. We usually have to sweat these overs out. So what we usually have to do. But I think we're going to get there. I think we're going to see some points on the board. Texans are coming off a bye week. The Bengals played last Thursday, so they've had a little bit of time to game plan. A little bit of extra time to game plan. So I look to see both teams have a pretty solid passing attack. I think Hoyer can attack the Cincinnati secondary as long as his offensive line can keep him upright. And Andy Dalton's just been lighting it up. How can he not? Look at the arsenals he has at his disposal. AJ Green, Jones, Sanu, his running backs Gerard and Hill. He's got a lot of weapons at his disposal, Andy Dalton, the former TCU Horned Frog. But here's a little bit of numbers for you in this game. Cincinnati's 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 when playing Houston. But Cincinnati is 7-0-1 against the spread this season. It's an important number. 7-0-1 against the spread this season, the Bengals. Don't like 10.5 points. Don't like it with a team coming off a bye week. Their defense should be ready. Even though I think we'll see some points. I just think the Texans can hang in there. The defense will do enough to hang in there. We don't need a whole lot of points either. We only need 46.5. Total's gone over in 4 of Houston's last 5 games. Total's gone over in 7 of Cincinnati's last 10 home games. The under has cashed in the last 5 of Houston's 7 games. The total has cashed in the under, in 5 of Houston's last 7 games and playing in Cincinnati. So we got a little bit of trends against us. We'll just buck those trends. Not everything's going to be floating down the same current as your river. But we're going to be riding the over in this game. I look for a nice aerial attack from both squads. I think both squads can definitely get into the mid-20s. I think Houston can at least put up 21 points. Houston can at least put up 21 points, or give me 20 points. And I think we can definitely cash that over, as long as Houston gets around 20 points. I'm also going to step up and play a teaser. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals on the point spread. I'm going to tease that down to minus 3.5. I'm going to take the over as well. I'm going to tease that down to 39.5. So I got the Bengals at minus 3.5 and the over at 39.5 on a teaser. I got one prop in this game. Since I've been sitting here talking about a passing attack and aerial attack from both quarterbacks, I like Nate Washington to go over 3.5 receptions. I got one play here for you on the pawn. My brother's Red Wings are in action. Kind of took a peek at them. If I was going to play that game, I like the under. I lean more to the under in the Ottawa Red Wings game. I might play that. I'll tweet that out later if I do. At KJ_the block. But I like the Lightning to bounce back after a 5-4 loss to the Panthers in their last game. The Lightning are on the road in Florida. Tampa Bay are minus 115 road favorites. Over-under in this game is 5 pucks. Tampa Bay did lose 5-4 in their last game. I look for them to rebound. So I'll take the Tampa Bay Lightning at minus 115. And I'm also leaning towards the Ottawa Senators and the Detroit Red Wings to go under. Ottawa Senators are minus 115 home favorites in that game for anyone interested. Got a final few plays on the hard court. I haven't had too much success with the overs in basketball in this new season. I've been hitting my fair share of winners on the spread. But the over-unders, I haven't quite started to feel it. I haven't started quite to feel it. But college basketball's kicked off, which makes me happy. That'll definitely get me in the basketball mode. And I'll start picking these over-unders more often. And speaking of some over-unders, the Dallas Mavericks are in Philadelphia to play the 76ers. The Mavericks are 8.5-point favorites. The over-under is 201. I like the over. Over the total. I got them actually at 200. It's actually risen to 201 in the last half hour or so. The over's cashed in 4 of Dallas's last 6 games. The over is also cashed in 11 of Philadelphia's last 15 games. The over is cashed in 4 of Philadelphia's last 6 games when playing Dallas. I like these trends. Dallas is 5-0 straight up. The last 5 games when playing the 76ers. Dallas is also 4-1 straight up in the last 5 games of playing on the road against the 76ers. Both teams have pretty shitty defenses. Dirt's dirt. I don't think Philadelphia is going to get a win anytime soon. Yeah, they may be able to cover this spread. It's the Dallas Mavericks. They're not that good. But I think there's going to be points in this game. Philadelphia's 1-9 against the spread in their last 10 home games. That's fucking awful. Fucking awful. So Dallas Mavericks, Philadelphia 76ers. I like the over 200. It's now up to 201, so get on that quick if you like it. A little bit of late night action on the hard court. Portland Trailblazers. Sean Kemp. Portland Trailblazers. What did I say, Sean Kemp? He's a Seattle Supersonic. Who's the guy I'm thinking of? It looks like him. Maybe he did spend time there when he got older. But anyways, Portland Trailblazers are in San Antonio Spurs to face their former teammate LaMarcus Aldridge. I do know this shit. Sorry, it's been a tough week. My mind's fucking wandering a little bit. Trying to keep track of all these facts, stats, trying to transcribe, get back caught up on schoolwork. Get these picks out for all you folks. There's not enough hours in the day. They're just not. But I'll try this again. Portland Trailblazers are in San Antonio to face the Spurs, facing their former teammate LaMarcus Aldridge. Spurs are minus 12 favorites. Over-under in this game is 202. I like over the total. Like the over 202. Pull up a little bit of numbers for all you guys out there like your numbers, your analytics. Portland's 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games on the road against San Antonio. The over is cashed in 4 of Portland's last 5 games on the road. The over is cashed in 7 of Portland's last 8 games overall. The over is cashed in the last 5 games San Antonio and Portland have played. So I like these trends. We'll ride them. We'll ride the wave. Do you think San Antonio will win? Will they cover? I'm not quite sure. The Trailblazers played Sunday night. So they're going to be a little tired. They're going to be a little sluggish. I take the, you can almost take the Trailblazers point total under. Probably both halves. That's probably another safe bet. But anyways, I'm going to ride the over. There's going to be some points in this game. Kind of contradicts what I was just stating. But there's still going to be enough points. Portland puts up 100 points or so a game. They give up more than that. San Antonio. And the big thing is, I think, facing against their former teammate, LaMarcus Aldridge, Portland's going to be up for this game. Portland's going to show up. Never mind what I was just stating. Because of that, Portland shows up in this game. That's why I'm riding the over. Got a big night in fantasy football for myself. I'm going to try to talk a little bit of fantasy football for all my boys in the league. Excuse me, sorry. But the Oakville Beavers, that's who I am. The Oakville Beavers. I lost my first 2 weeks of the season. I'm sitting at 6-3 right now. 5-1 in the last 6 weeks. Playing the Dirty Birds this week. I'm actually down by 11 points. got 3 players left on the Monday Nighter. He's got 1. I got AJ Green still to suit up. I got Mike Nugent start kicking field goals. And hopefully Carlos Dunlap can snag me a couple sacks on Hoyer. We gotta play actual defensive players in this league. It's a little different. 1 QB, 3 wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 tight end, a flex position where you can play a quarterback. So most of us have been playing dual quarterbacks. I'm stuck with Matt Stafford, but hey, he's the best of the bunch. Best of what's rest. He's the best of what's left. Best of the rest. But I think I can pull this off. I just need a big day. I don't even need a big day. I need an average day from AJ Green and pretty average day from the other 2 guys. I should pull this off. He's got JJ Watt left to go. JJ Watt's not quite what JJ Watt is. Carlos Dunlap can just cancel out JJ Watt's points. I'm pretty confident that AJ Green and Mike Nugent can make up this 11-point deficit. But it's been a good league. Cash league. It's a cash league. Buddy runs it. We've had a couple guys bitch out and bail out. We've had what? Turned down for what? Fucking pitiful. Fucking pitiful. Ooh, I don't got time. You don't got time? 15 minutes? Twice a week to fucking look at your team and fucking set it? Fucking wasting your money, but I'll take it. I'll take your money. Your mama eats cat poo. Not only does your name fucking suck, it's fucking awful. It looks like shit, but you're 0-9. You suck, and this guy's actually trying. I don't know who you are, but you suck. Probably do know who you are, but I don't even want to click on you because you suck. Same can go for a bunch of scumbags. Bunch of scumbags. Where the hell did you crawl out of? A disgrace. You know how many times I tried to offer these guys some half-ass fair trades and shit, and then they go and make these fucking trades that are just wild and obviously trying to help some people sometimes? Like, fuck. My buddy Cam Richardson, the Whitney shit chairs, he's kicking some pretty good ass. The replacements are right on his ass. The replacements are actually looking to beat down the commish. It looks like it's going to happen. Good on your replacements. I don't know how you're fucking doing it though sometimes, but you're fucking making some shrewd moves, replacements. Making some shrewd moves. But I've even went into this week missing a defensive end, so he had 14 guys going into this week. I had 13 just because of injuries. We only have 2 bench positions, no IR, and 3 moves a week. So you got to be pretty fucking witty at what you're doing. You got to be pretty sly, pretty smart. And Sean Lee went down with that concussion last week and basically fucked me, and I can't fill 4 positions with only 3 moves unless somebody wants to make a trade. And I was trying to trade Cutler for some like piece of shit cornerbacks and shit like that. No one would do it. But I'm glad you can join me. Remember, you can find my work on Twitter at KJ_theblock. You can find my work on my blog site, KyleJohnstonTheBlock.wordpress.com. We're thinking about you, Paris. I'll always think about you, my brother, my friend. I miss you. But remember, if you're not laying your money down on the table, you're not winning.
Don't remember where I was. I realized life is a game. The more serious I took things, the harder the rules became. Oh, I had no idea I found out how little I accomplished all my plans tonight. So as you read this note, my friends, I'd love to stay with you all. Please smile when you think of me. My body's gone, that's what do I do as I need. Chosen, sent to all blocked here. These are the last words I'll ever speak, and they'll set me free. With my heart, with star eyes, I know it would surely break. And my memories not with you.